Are you thinking about making an offer on a house and you're going to offer above the asking price? Well, here are a few situations when you should do that and maybe some extra stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to get into it right now. So stay tuned. Hello, it's Kasie Gray, your homegirl, broker associate in Ukiah, and the girl that's going to explain to you when you should be making an offer above asking. There are a lot of different scenarios, there's a lot of different things that go into making an offer, and I'm going to go over those right now. But before I do that, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell if you're on YouTube to make sure that you see all of my videos in the future, because why wouldn't you want to see that? And make sure to follow me on Instagram after this video is done, all that good stuff. But let's get started. Okay, let's do it. So one being, it's a seller's market. What does a seller's market mean, Kasie? It means that sellers have a lot more of the power than buyers do. If there's low inventory, if the demand outpaces the supply of homes, that means it's a seller's market. So buyers are going to be facing a little bit more of a challenge in these types of markets, therefore having to offer above asking price. If you know for a fact that you're going against other offers, it might be a good idea to consider offering above ask. Bidding wars can happen whether you're in a seller's market or a buyer's market. If a house is priced correctly, it's in good condition, I mean, even if it's not in good condition but it's priced correctly, chances are there's probably going to be one or two people bidding on it. If you're in more of an intense seller's market, then there could be up to 10-20 offers depending on the area and how populated it is, like San Francisco or Sonoma County. Things go a little bit quicker with a lot more offers than somewhere like Ukiah. If the house is blatantly underpriced, like it's in a neighborhood that normally sells for $500,000 and is priced at $350,000, there's probably a reason why they're doing it. I mean, it's not very common, but if you know they're just kind of doing that to get a lot of offers and get a lot of showings, then that might be a good time to offer over asking. But of course, there's something that you need to take into consideration regardless of asking, list, whatever. You need to consider the fact that if you're getting a loan, that house still needs to appraise for the value that you're purchasing it, and if it does not, then you will need to come up with cash to cover that difference, because a bank is not going to lend you $500,000 on a $300,000 property. That's not really how it works, and that's why appraisers have a job. So if you are competing with a cash buyer, sometimes sellers will be more likely to accept your offer if it's above what they were offering, as well as people with cash usually think that they can offer less because they have cash. And they can. So it's just a matter of what the seller wants to do. Sometimes waiting a little bit longer to sell to someone that's going to pay you more for a loan is more desirable. And then other times doing a quick close with all cash is more desirable. So it's just making sure that your agent has a good conversation with the other agent and understands, what the seller wants. Sometimes it's not all about a quick close. Sometimes they have to wait until they can find a house in Montana and they need a rent back. There's different terms that can come into play when making an offer and will make your offer look more desirable, as long as you have an agent that does their homework and has conversations with the listing agent and understands what the seller is looking for in an offer. There's been a lot of times when I've had listings and I didn't hear from the other agent before I got an offer, and it was just small things like they asked for a home warranty and my client was like, why do they want a home warranty? I'm not going to pay for that. Like, I don't want that. And that's something that I could have explained to the buyer's agent if they would have told me that. So especially in a multiple situation offer, you want to have all the facts straight, you want to have it together, and you want to have a good agent that's working hard for you, not just writing an offer for you. So if you absolutely adore the house, if you know when you see it on Zillow or Realtor or wherever you're looking, once you see it with the sold and what it sold for, if it's going to upset you and that you would have paid that price, then that's what you should offer, essentially. Because I always tell my clients, I say the house is listed for $350. If it sold for $375 and you did not make that first offer and someone else did, how would you feel? You know, would you feel glad that you didn't overpay for that property? Or would you be upset and thought that was a great deal? So there's different things to obviously take into account when making an offer above ask, but you should always ask yourself how you're going to feel. Is that the deal that got away? Did you overpay? You know, we don't want those feelings to occur, so there's lots of different activities we can do to, you know, work out in our brain what we think is the right offer. Kind of touching on the last tip, if you can afford to pay over asking, then go for it. I mean, there's lots of times where someone has enough money to pay more than what the house is worth. If you have the cash to cover the difference between the loan, or if you are just paying with all cash, then of course there's different things that you need to consider. But if you're happy at the end of the day paying for that house what you paid for it, then go right ahead. There's no one stopping you. It's just, you can't put a price tag on a house. A house is worth whatever someone wants to pay for it. And if you are willing to pay for that, then by all means, go ahead. Our job as agents is to present you with the facts, help you understand where the market's at, understand, you know, what this means for your family or yourself if you're an individual, I guess. And maybe that house has never been on the market in 100 years and no house is anything like it, and that's so worth it to you to pay extra. So there's a lot of things to consider, and that's why working with your own buyer's agent is so important. So if you have any questions about home buying, want to get my free home buying guide, down in the description box. It has a page in there about offers, you know, what you should offer. It has information about closing costs and so much more, everything you could ever need to know about buying a house. So make sure to sign up to get that guide. It's completely free. You just need to give me your email, and I'm not going to spam you or anything, but please, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you know someone that's interested in buying or selling, I am always here to be your #1 resource. So make sure to give me a call or sign up on my website, DM me, text me, whatever you want to do. Beat me, reach me, however, it's fine. Make sure to like my Facebook page and follow my Instagram, and go watch the rest of my YouTube videos because there's some good ones on there. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.